Recording. Okay. Man, I feel like it's, hi Jamie. Man, I feel like it's been a while. I don't know why. We do this every month, I think, but I just feel like it's been a while. So, happy almost the end of July. Um, we are leaving for Iowa tomorrow. Josh has been there for like a week and a half, spraying all the corn. So I've been single momming it, and kudos to you single mamas, because holy cow. Man, I'm going to talk about this though, because I seriously think, first I'll tell you, that's number one on the agenda, is to talk about the hemp oil. So I chose the full spectrum because they gave us a choice to choose the full spectrum, the CBD, and then the other one, I forget what it's called. I should know this, but it's the other one that's not full spectrum of the hemp oil. So I went full spectrum. But I just have to throw this in there because I remember month after month walking through, we have First Mondays, and it's the biggest flea market in the world. And we just go there. It's here in Canton. And I would see like hemp oil, CBD, and I would be like, Mom, they're selling marijuana at the flea market. Can you believe this? These girls are just over here with their marijuana and they want to get everybody high. And I'm like, I'm not even kidding you guys. That's how naive I was about hemp oil and CBD. I'm like, I would not touch that stuff with a 10-foot pole. And the funny thing is, I said the same thing about Plexus 4.5 years ago before I gave in and ordered too. So it's not weed. It's not marijuana. I'm not doing drugs. Just put that out there. But so with that being said, I've done quite a bit of research. I now know it's just a plant, like God's plant that he made in the earth, and they made oil from it. So today would be my day 5. I hurt my hip really bad at the trampoline place, and I really think between this and ease has saved my life. Also, before I forget, if any questions come up, put them in the chat and I will keep checking them as we go through each of my points that I have, and then I'll catch those. But so I took some notes, like daily notes, because I really wanted to know if it was working or if it was just like in my head. It does taste good. You just put 1 milliliter under your tongue, and it has this little dropper thing. So you just drop it under your tongue and hold it there for 30 seconds, just once a day. And it does taste like the strawberry guava. Tastes very tropical. So that was good because I don't have anything to really compare it to. I know some people have used CBD and hemp oil forever, and they say a lot of them are really nasty. So I can say that this one does taste good. That was the first takeaway. So some of my notes say, you guys are probably going to laugh, but that's okay because you all know me and I love you. So day 1, I was in a great mood all day. I slept great, and it's helping my hip pain. Those are my notes. Day 2, I had no hip pain. I did have a small headache, but then it subsided. And then I decided to mow the lawn in the heat of the afternoon Texas sun at like 3 o'clock. So once I get out to the yard, I realized the dog has dug a hole deep to China. My lawnmower gets stuck in it. I try to get the lawnmower out and it has a flat tire. You guys, I've been doing this by myself for like a week and a half, and then this happens. And normally I would like flip the lid and like kick the lawnmower and say bad words, but I didn't. I called my mom like, hey, can I borrow your air compressor so I can air this tire up and get it out of the hole? She's like, yeah, sure. Are you okay? Like, do you need help? I'm like, no, just need to air the tire up. And I like put that in my notes because normally I would freak and I would cry and be like, I can't do this. Come home. I'm not meant to mow the lawn or drive a lawnmower. So that was like my takeaway from that day. I'm like, it was hot and I could have got really mad and I didn't. I felt like a super like calmness, just like, it's okay. Like I can do this. It's going to be fine. It's just, and I did, and I mowed the yard and all was well. Um, then I have the next day, it's 5 o'clock. I'm ready to make dinner and I'm still happy. And that's saying a lot because the week prior, you guys, like, I am an only child. I have two half sisters that I was raised as an only child. And I have this mental thing where I really need like by myself peace. And my husband knows that. And I need like, I'm okay by myself. And I think being an only child has a lot to do with that. And I haven't been by myself since he left. Like the kids are attached to me and that's fine. I love them. But like that first half a week or week, I was like, I'm going to lose my mind at 4:30. Like I just need to go be by myself. And after starting this, I'm like, I'm having conversations with them and I'm not wanting to bite anybody's head off. And I just felt really like happy about that. And I'm not saying that I'm not a happy person, but just with all of the things going on this week, like I said, with him being gone and all of these things happening and doing it all, I think it was a great test to the oils. So those are my 1 week takeaways, and I'll be back with month, after 30 days. And if it really is what I think it's going to be, I don't know if I run out. I don't know how I'm going to wait until we have the release. So I don't know the exact date. They say fall, but they better hurry it up because I'm going to be needing some more of that. And I'm excited for you all to try that. So that's my hemp oil takeaway. Next, I have the $100 cash drawing. If all goes well, this could be like a monthly thing. We just really want to encourage people that are ordering under 100 PB to push that up and either earn money back on their own products or convert to a preferred customer, so that you can take advantage of the PV. They can still get great prices after their third preferred customer order. They get an additional 10% off. It's not worth them paying the $40 a year to make up for the savings they would get as a preferred customer. So we want to encourage them to add active or balance, or something to just bump that up, let them see, get a little bit back with their order. And then we'll also do a cash drawing. It'll be fun for everyone who gets 100 PV. Like I said on the live, they don't have to worry about commenting anywhere. I'll pull the report, make sure they're in Shine Bright though, because we'll post the winners there and I'll be tagging them. So if they're not in the page, we're going to move on and draw someone who is in the page. So just wanted to throw that out there. Let me check the questions so far. Just laughing at me. Okay, so Jamie, the full spectrum has a better name than not full spectrum, but it has like a certain amount legally of the, and I might get this wrong. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Is it THC?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
THC, okay. I was questioning myself. I don't want to sound like say a bad drug or something. I'm so afraid. So one has it, neither one of them will show up on a drug test, but the not full spectrum definitely will not show up on any type of drug test. Your son can't wait to try it. I know so many people are excited, and I'm excited because it tastes good and it's working. So that's how you felt starting Vital Biome. See, I loved Vital Biome at the beginning, and then it started having like an adverse, and I would be like, again. But every product is different for everybody. Remember that. what works for some doesn't work for others. So I'm excited to have this as another option. Okay, so next is the add 6, get your kicks. I know a few of us have already got to pick out our, I mean, we haven't got to pick them out, but we've locked in our new shoes or the $200 cash you get to pick. Make sure you have your own personal order of 130 PV when you've added your 6. Those two go together. So we have to have 130 PV order and then add 6 or get 2 level 1s to silver and then they're yours. And also don't forget that every new person who signed up in June and July will get 3 free codes that expire August 15th. We do have the new post for the Amazon gift card in Shine Bright. If they're not ready to share, which I hope maybe we can help them to realize it's not that scary and that they can share their own, but if not, I totally understand. Most of us were there. We can share them. I just would hate for any of them to go not used because we have added, y'all, like 160 when I looked, I think this morning, 160 new ambassadors this month. And times that by 3, that's a ton of free codes. So I pray that they all get used. That would be awesome. But those were my points that I wanted to make sure everyone was aware of. And then I want to open it up to you all. If anybody has any questions or needs a little coaching on anything, if I can help, I'm happy to. You can unmute yourself, ask your questions, or put them in the chat, or we can just talk. It's totally up to y'all. The floor is everybody's. Don't be shy.
Kristen, it's Christy. Do you have a date that we're going to do that $100 cash drawing? Is there a date you want us to have those entries in by?
As long as they order by cutoff on July 31st, because I'll be pulling the whole report for July. So anyone who has 100 PV in July and is in Shine Bright will be in the drawing.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I have a question.
What's up?
For the 21-day Slim Down Challenge, is that open to only ambassadors or is it also open up to PCs?
No, thank you so much. That should have been on my list too to chat about. I was waiting for Kate to get home from the mountains because we have some things to go over. But that is open to everyone and it's mainly to help y'all get new ambassadors and customers. Like we really want to share those new products, the active and the balance. And we really want that to help you to get new ambassadors. Like that should be something for y'all to post about. Like those posts are already created. When people reach out and be like, what is this? Be like, hey, you can get this welcome pack, you know, and have all the products right there you need for this challenge. So it's for brand new people. It's for old. If you have ambassadors who have quit taking the products and maybe you can help them try these new ones. That's kind of our idea, is to get new people and those that have maybe fallen off the wagon and want to try the new products. That's what we are focusing on. Let's see. How much time do you recommend a day sending messages to potentials? I'm struggling with this. I don't know how to add, how to add your name to Zoom. You can type it. Great question. Because a lot of you know this. I've talked, I think, everyone I can see on here, I think we've talked about the time management issues. And when I started this business 4.5 years ago to where I am now, I can tell you the first 2 years was a lot of my husband looking at me like this. And I was like, you can't get mad at me. You can't. Like, I helped you build your business. You have to. And I'm not saying he took that well at all. We had arguments about it. But I also have to say that learning and growing was worth it. But to answer your question, the Dough app is amazing. I literally spend 5 minutes now doing that. If you don't have the Dough, yes, It's actually a website, and you start it on your desktop, and then it moves it to your phone, and then you open it, and it literally tells you who to, well, I did mine. It also tells you you're, oh, you can't see. It also tells you you're a rock star when you're done, which I love. But it gives you 3 people to message, a couple people to follow up with, and I'm not kidding, 5 to 10 minutes, I'm done with doing that. And it's made it so much easier. And it really is about, I say this all the time, it's about time blocking. Plexus does not have to run your life. You run your life, and Plexus fits in, and it is such a blessing. And I don't want anyone to ever get burnt out. Like, I've had maybe a couple minor burnout feelings, but I did it to myself. I'm a self-proclaimed people pleaser, and when there is a challenge, I really try to win. And sometimes that is at fault, and something I probably should work on. But I'm a red personality, and again, it has to do with our personalities too, on how much time you spend, because a yellow might spend a lot of time loving on somebody instead of getting to the point where a red will be like, hey, let's sign up, let's get you signed up right now. And that's my personality. And a yellow will be like, how do you feel today? Do you want to talk about your sister for an hour before we talk about Plexus? And so that's where I think a lot of us need to blend together. And if you're a yellow, maybe I could rub some of my red off on you. And if you can rub some of your blue off on me, and I can let loose a little bit. I really need some green in my life, because that is not, as you can see, the not full spectrum. So if you haven't taken the color personality test, I recommend that too. But to make a long answer longer, you have to be intentional with your time. Set a timer if you need to. 30 minutes, set a timer, and only do follow-up and reach outs. If that's what your brain takes, then that's what you need to do. I've done it before, and now I'm just to the mode where, like, okay, I'm going to open my dough and do it and get it done, mark that off my list, and move on. And then put your phone down for a little while. Focus on your kids. Go do something else. You know, you don't have to have it attached to you. People will be there in a couple hours at your next time blocking. And I heard a story. It was at one of our retreats, or one of the great trips that Plexus sends us on, and it went something like this. Like, if you were to call up a hairdresser and you're like, hey, I really need to get my hair cut, can you fit me? And she's like, yeah, I can do it right now. Come down to my salon and I'm gonna cut your hair right now. Or if you were to call another girl and she's like, I can get you in this coming Wednesday or Thursday at 2, would that work for you? And you're like, yeah, that's fine. Like, it's okay to set an appointment. Like, that person probably is better because she has people waiting in line for her, and this other hairdresser doesn't have anybody waiting for her, but she's, you know, right there. You don't have to be right there at everybody's beck and call. If that's your time block and they message you, great. If not, tonight is fine. They don't message us back right away, and, you know, we're still here. So it really is a learning experience, but don't ever let it take control of you. But also, don't freeze up in your fear of that and not do it at all, because that's where people just fall off completely. They're like, oh, well, I can't do it if I don't do it like this. Yes, you can. You just need to move things around until it works, and it's okay to do that. So I hope that helps. Sorry, it was a long answer. Anybody else? And if you don't have dough, it's amazing. Any other questions? Anybody want to chat about anything else going on the page? And if you ever want to do like a one-on-one coaching call, I'm totally open to setting that up too. We've had them in the past, and for some reason everybody gets busy, but totally open to doing that too. I know I talked to a few of you weekly and some daily, but I love to get to know everybody. So, any more questions? Thank you all for being on tonight. If there's not, I will let y'all go and get back. Hi, Fallon Jean. All right, well, I will let y'all off, and I'll see you on Shine Bright. So, love you guys. Bye.